Hello everybody and welcome back to TCG Cardshop Simulator. So last time we pulled a 100k card, tried to sell it on my off-stream account, and we busted some packs that were less than stellar. Today, well, we're going to be trying our luck again with some more packs, and yeah. So how was everybody's weekend? In chat, how was your weekend? My weekend was alright, nice and chill. Very cold. 6,400, yep. Alright. So, I do have a couple of things that I would like to talk about today. First being that yesterday, or right after the stream of Bollock's Pit, I think it was, yeah, right after the stream of Bollock's Pit on Friday, I looked at the store page, and apparently I had missed the fact that there's a big update coming out for it today, I think it is. So, tomorrow we'll be playing Bollock's Pit. I also have platinumed Bollock's Pit, the original, so if there are any new achievements or whatever, it'll probably unplatinum me, but I do have a brief video that I made showing that all the different balls and passives, like the completed collections, as well as the 100% platinum trophy. So it'll be kind of cool. I'll show that off at the start of the stream tomorrow. But the second quick topic that I would like to discuss. By the way, how is my audio? Can you hear me? Am I loud and clear? Is the video audio good? Or the game audio good? Alright, good. The second thing is that in a surprise twist, Terraria decided to also have an update, which will launch tomorrow, that will be the Pal World and Dead Cells crossover that I talked about ages ago when it first came out. Like, I thought it would only be one way, but Terraria itself was like, hey, you know, we're doing a Pal World crossover, so I'm like, that's sick. So they launched a trailer for it, and there's a lot of new content in Terraria now for the crossover event. 376. So that one caught me off guard. I was not expecting that one. I'm always a little bit late to any updates in regards to games because I don't really look at the pages all that often. I just like saw news about it. Pal World gave a shout out to Terraria for the crossover, so I looked into it, and it looks like, yeah, two really nice crossover, two very big nice updates are coming for two games. One that I've played on stream, and one that I've played on stream in the past. I played a lot of Terraria. I got to the final boss and then I kind of fell off of it because there was other games and other things I wanted to play. And I never got around to beating the final boss. I really should go back and beat the final boss of, I think it was Calamity, or it was Thorium. Because I did a dual modded playthrough of Terraria, where I played through Calamity and Thorium at the same time. It was wild. I think I got to like second phase of the final boss and then died every time. But I didn't have my YouTube channel at the time, so I really don't have any footage of it. So it would be kind of cool to go back through vanilla Minecraft Terraria, do a complete playthrough of that to see all the new content, because they have new early game weapons, new late game weapons, new mechanics, new everything. And it's actually honestly super interesting to me. So yeah, that's a playthrough for the future. There's a lot of games I want to play though, which is why it's very kind of awesome, but also at the same time unfortunate, because then I can't play the games I want to play because there are other games I really want to play at the same time. And you know, as soon as Palworld comes out fully, I'm restarting Palworld from scratch, and I'm gonna be doing, not a complete playthrough, but like check-ins and kind of like playing parts of it on stream. Mostly just doing all the grinding and all that stuff off stream, for the most part. So that's gonna be kind of like a thing I do, not all the time, but here and there. And that's supposed to launch this year as well. And in March, we have Slay the Spire 2 beta coming out, or pre-alpha, or whatever it's called, which I want to get in on. It's not private or anything, to my knowledge. Open beta or something like that. So I'm going to want to get in on that. So I have a lot of games that are kind of like compiling, which is nice. Plus all the games I bought during the Steam sale. So, yeah. We should, within the next stream or so of Final Fantasy... Yeah, it did. It got me a 300. I mean, it's not the best start, but at least it is a start. And for the sake of sanity and argument's sake, I have not pulled any cards off stream on my other account. So this luck is pure and fresh. 248. Also, I would like to give a shout out to FezOK for the follow. They followed while I was off stream. So thank you very much. I hope hope you come around, and I hope to see you around. Don't know which game you found me through, if it was on my YouTube or if it was just a playthrough that you happened to catch me live. But thank you so much for the follow, very much appreciated. And yeah, other than that, this weekend was very quiet, very tame. Not much news or anything of note really happened all that much. I will say the absolute... there were some crazy things that needed to be done for Bollock's Pit. Yeah, too much snow. Very cold. Like, so cold you don't want to stay out for more than like 10 minutes at a time. Levels of cold. So... I'll talk more about, like, the crazy combinations and stuff when we play Bollock's Pit tomorrow, but yeah. I'm kind of, like, deciding what game will replace what game already, because I know I'm getting close to the end of Final Fantasy IX. Should I just go dive straight into the Terraria update? Or should I play one of the other games? Or should I double up on a game I'm already playing? Like, there's a lot of games coming out that I want to get to. 1,537. But, yeah. All in all, weekend was pretty crazy for updates. 332. Been talking with some streamers on their streams. Over the weekend, I managed to catch the guy who raided me. Vance Captain. Got to check out one of his streams. And been talking with him. Played a crazy puzzle game that I probably will never ever play in my life. Because all it would do is make my brain hurt. Essentially, it was like a factory setup type of game, where you build conveyor belts and machines that kind of move things and do things to allow things to be moved. Like, rotating blocks that will rotate pieces that touch it, things like that. Welders that will combine things together when they go through it. 286. And the whole goal is to build things, build your objective, and get in a smooth, like, factory level precision, where it's not just creating it one time, it's creating it over and over and over and over and over without it, like, breaking down or getting clogged up. The individual parts getting clogged up on your conveyor belts. And then add in later levels that I saw had freaking teleporters that would literally disassemble piece by piece. So you'd have to literally reassemble the design on the other side in multiple parts and phases. And I'm just like, how people could actually figure this stuff out is mind-boggling to me. I mean, given enough time, probably I could figure it out. But it would make my brain hurt. Especially when that teleporter was active. And the way they were, like, minimizing what you need, like, using as few parts as humanly possible, I'm like, that's crazy, too. I would have probably used, like, 10 times the amount of parts they did to make the same thing work at half efficiency than this guy did. It was crazy. Infinifactory, I think the game's name was. So, yeah. Yes, I know I gained a level. Level 84. At level 85 is when I can actually use the level to upgrade my shop. I've pretty much unlocked almost everything in the shop other than the figures, but they're all unlockable as soon as I want. The only thing I have left to really unlock is the level ups for my shop B, which will come at level 85, then 90, then 95, then 110, and then 115. I knew I was getting close to that level up. I've also kind of gotten back into Splitgate Arena Reloaded. Like, I don't play it nearly as much as I played the old Splitgate. Like, every once in a while, I'll hop on for a couple of matches. So I played a bit of that over the weekend with Phoenix. Had some good matches. Somewhat. Like, I myself got toasted, but I contributed a little bit to the team, at least, here and there. My biggest contribution was not doing absolutely nothing and at least providing some support to the team. Phoenix is going to be having a Splitgate tournament here soon. I'm not competing or anything. I'm probably just going to watch as much of it as I can. But it's cool that he's actually starting to organize events and stuff. And some of the players actually donated to the event to create like a pot for the event. So there's no entry fee or anything. And if it's your kind of thing, check out the Splitgate Architect Discord. or Code Phoenix's Twitch channel. It'll link you there. 203. If you're a fan of Splitgate Arena Reloaded. I just love that that the game is alive and still going, because my greatest concern when it first came out was basically it released in such a bad state that people were just gonna say, nah, I'm not coming back. I'm just moving on to the next thing. And it appears quite a few people did come back. And now, like, people are actually hosting events and things are actually happening for the community. Which is nice. I'm starting to see, at least from my perspective, or from my experience, I'm starting to see less bots and more actual players. So, 187. I do believe that's pretty much been my weekend. So yeah, all in all, a good weekend. $356. I have already made doubly sure to post a schedule on my Discord, so you know what I'm playing this week. 250. For half a second I thought it was a god pack. I need to get a drink of water. $3,375 so far. That's actually not a bad start. We're moving closer towards the goal. 282. Oh, 3,775. Is that with the last card I just pulled? Okay, did you get the last card that I pulled then? I could go and look for it if you didn't get the right number. Alright, that's good. Glad you got the number, because I moved on pretty quick. So, I was worried while you were fixing the typo of it. But we're good. Alright. Alright, we got 6 boxes? 7 boxes left. And already at 4,000. I gotta say, it's much better than last week's packs. For sure. Well, we can't say it's better until it actually is, but better start for sure. I agree with that 100%. $150. It's crazy to think that Power World is already 2 years old. Like, since it first launched. Well, I wasn't one of the first people to play it. I definitely wasn't late. I'll give it that. I'll say that much. I got in like maybe like 4 or 5 months, 3 or 4 months after it launched, because of all the ridiculous drama that was going on with it at the time. Cars are starting to get pretty quiet. There is something I've kind of wanted to talk about that I've been noticing recently. I don't know when this happened, but YouTube changed its search, like, UI, and I don't really like it that much. Like, I don't like the change. You can't search by relevance anymore, which will pull up like all the newest videos. You have to search in time frames, pretty much. Because you can only search by like current or popular. And so like it was much easier to find newer videos on topics you enjoy, like Firefighter Chronicles reactions, for example, because I love watching people just freak out over the medical stories and crazy stuff that firefighters and paramedics have to go through, like all the stupid stuff they see, and it's so funny hearing people, like, their thoughts and their opinions, and just like the people discovering it for the first time. I find it so funny. And now you can't search by relevance, it's only most popular, which newer videos won't immediately jump to the top of that list, or the regular search, which the first pop-up might be like 6 months when a new video just dropped on that same thing, and it's not showing up because it's not yet fully in the algorithm. And that's really annoying because it's been really hard to find specific things that I've been looking for. I have to hope that because I watch enough of videos about reviews or things like that, that the newest ones from my personal content creators I enjoy watching pop up. If not, I have to wait for them to get deep enough into the algorithm, or just will randomly show up on my feed. And that's kind of annoying. And you can search by like day, week, and month, and year, and stuff like that. But it's not exactly accurate because it also throws in a bunch of other random crap that are similar to what you've watched, but not what you search for. So, searching YouTube is kind of annoying now, a little bit. And I really wish they would change it back. Been meaning to talk about that, but it hasn't really gotten that bad for me until recently, where I've been looking up things regularly about things and just not finding what I need. 157. And I guess there was actually some news about recently, I don't know how recent, but fairly recently, that I found, which once again, I'm always a little late to the party. So if this is old news, you know, it is what it is. But ChatGPT is run out of money. they're having to, like, do ads now and stuff because it's nowhere near as profitable as they need it to be. And they're, like, really losing a lot of money. So AI businesses and research is kind of not going great for them as of right now. At least from my understanding. I could be misinformed. I only saw a brief, like, video about it, and it was, like, not even last week, not even this weekend, it was, like, last weekend that I forgot to talk about. So... and people are talking about, the video talked about how some of the bigger AI companies are running into issues with funding and money and all that stuff. Which is both good and bad, because my feelings on AI is, if it's used to help us assist you with things, but not replacing people, but not for the sake of replacing people to make money, make more money or make money easier, then I see no harm in it. Like, if you're using it for a placeholder that you're going to replace because you're busy working on a huge project or whatever, and it's like, oh, I need something right here for right now because I want to do this, so I'll use AI to make a placeholder and then take it out before I release the game. Things like that, I don't see a problem with. Helping artists do work without, like, background ideas or, like, references or... Sorry about that, something popped up. Or, like, information finding. Like how people ask Rock different things, or like any of the other tools that are like, hey, what is this? Like, how do I do this? AI, things like that, you know? Stuff that you would just look up online anyways, I see no harm in. But when it's like taking the plate, replacing artists, musicians, content creators, that's a problem. So, I've always seen it as a double-edged sword. I see your pokes. That's why I said my first emote's gonna be a poke emote. I find myself poking at the screen sometimes myself. Especially when I was playing Bollock's Pit and there's a character that basically plays the game for you. I've shown that off on stream. And I had to get him through all the levels. And some of the times, he had the perfect run going and then decided to literally throw it in the drain. Because the AI is dumb. It's funny, sometimes people say, like, this game's AI is so bad. It's like, well, here's the thing. It can't be called AI because there's no intelligence in it. Here, let me stand at the bottom of the screen and just let you run into me repeatedly while I don't do anything. That does not sound like intelligence to me. I'm sorry. $4,364 so far. We're getting there, slowly but surely. But the boxes have really been starting to slow down. A little bit of an annoyance. Not really an annoyance, more like a... needs to pick it up or we'll be in trouble. 250. So like I said, I don't really get annoyed with this game at all. Too much. 113. 158. 106. 150. 157. 144. 175. A nice 1K God pack. A small little treasure trove of good cards. Oh, got disconnected from chat. There we go, I'm back. Happens every once in a while. I do believe that's all I had on my talking points. I had like a little list on the side of talking. 5,617 so far. Nice. But yeah, I always have like a word pad of topics I want to talk about. Oh, there was a Nintendo Direct recently, but it was not for games or anything. It was just for the Mario movie, and it was 8 minutes. And I'm very surprised that they decided to go that route. Because it's like, why would you bother streaming a Direct that only lasted 8 minutes for a movie you're trying to promote? Why not wait until you have, like, one of your big Directs for more information? Like, maybe do a Twitter post being like, here's a teaser or something like that for the Mario movie, and then give it its own segment on a Nintendo Direct, because then you'll have a lot more eyes on it than just people who are looking for the movie. You know what I mean? Because people will be like, okay, cool, I'll watch this whole Direct because I want to see what games are coming out. Oh, there's a segment about the Mario movie. Cool, I'll watch it anyways because it's part of the Direct rather than its own thing. So, I don't know. I really don't get why they would bother wasting their time with that. They probably announced like a release date. I didn't really bother checking in because I don't really watch a whole lot of movies or shows anymore. Mostly I just like watch YouTube videos and streams and stuff. So good water. You know, I found the more that I force myself... I used to not like drinking water at all. Now it's just okay. I think that's how it'll always be. But I used to hate drinking water. I don't know why. But when I started forcing myself to drink like a little bit here and there and then eventually a bottle, it's not so bad anymore. I mean, water's good for you anyways, but still. Now I drink as much as I drink, but I drink at least a bottle a day. For not going out and not being very active, you know. I do drink a lot of other things though. Recently I drank both full bottle of cran grape by myself. Took a few days to get through it, but I like cran grape. Don't we have a whole thing of, like, cran pomegranate or something like that that you said you don't like? You should have let me drink that instead. Let's save the cran grape for you. It's just gonna go to waste if we don't drink it, so. I'm not a very picky drinker either. There are only a few things that I really don't touch. Or stay away from. Well, I already drank all that one. I drank the first one, so yeah, you still have one bottle of cran grape. But thinking about it, I really should have drank the cran pomegranate, because then you would have two things of cran grape, and I would have gotten rid of the one you don't want to drink anyways. Oh, a little late for that, but didn't think that one through. I guess maybe at the time you thought you might drink some, and I wound up drinking the whole thing by myself. Which makes sense. I don't know, random tangent. While we wait for the cards to wow us. Here's a good question of the day for everyone. What's your favorite drink? Doesn't have to be unhealthy, doesn't have to be healthy. Could be just like a treat or something you drink regularly that, you know. Because I know yours, Mom. Yours is Pepsi. My favorite drink is either sweet tea with sugar, of course, lots of sugar, or my favorite other drink would have to be soda, and it would have to be either root beer, or they had a seasonal flavor out that I tried called this Sunday. I think it was A&W Sunday or something like that. You open the bottle and it literally smells like an ice cream sundae. It was so good. Too bad it was seasonal. It's a little hobby I like to, whenever we go out shopping, try out some new sodas if I see them. I've tried all kinds of different sodas. Everything from Sunday, A&W Sunday to Mountain Dew gingerbread, which I will never try again. That is one of the few drinks I will never drink. Ooh, 319. Ghost Rare God Pack, 402. 434. 400. 307. 432. 261. That's a nice 2K God Pack, and I think that puts us over. So we are in the positives. So we've made 8,172. Alright. And if we minus 6,400, how much in the positive are we? What is our total profit? $1,772. Nice. Plus, they were all ghost rares. $265. Oh, wow. Wow, brain, wow. Never mind, I apologize. I saw the number and I wanted it. 180. Yeah, my brain just made shit up on that one. Hey, 402. See? I predicted the future. That's what I was doing with that. Yeah, totally. Anywho, alright. It is time for our first break of the stream. Thank you so much for sticking around. I'll be back shortly. And see you soon. Alrighty then, and okie dokie, I'm back. Thank you so much for sticking around during the break. Let's get back to card pulling. By the way, I did save before I took a break. Like, I was on the BRB, but I went ahead and saved. So, we're good. Okay. I just saw you posted save twice, like, trying to remind me, which I appreciate. I don't save when I play this game nearly enough, I know, but... I'm gonna finish up these last couple of boxes. I think we've been moving through these boxes rather quickly today. Could be just me. But it feels like I'm moving much faster today. Okay, good. Glad I'm not crazy. I mean, I'm crazy, but I'm not crazier. We're all a little crazy. You'd think that I would have learned the golden rule of gaming being save and save often, but... I mean... to a degree, with some games, but not with all of them. It's weird how I pick and choose which ones... I guess because a lot of the games I've been playing lately are like autosaves or have designated save points. 157. So I don't really think about stopping and saving myself, because the game is already doing it for me, for the most part. Like in Final Fantasy IX, they have the Moogles as the safe spots. So if you find a Moogle, you know you're in a safe spot. Just talking to them and the option pops up to save, but sometimes they have shops, other times, since I'm doing the Moogle Net side quest, for the most part, it's like, hey, yeah, you know? I want to talk to this Moogle because I know it's a save point, when in this game you have to save. I mean, there are auto saves, but it's nowhere near as frequent as it needs to be. Neo, whenever you go to upgrade or anything like that, at the Nexus, This is an auto-save point for the U there. So, just interacting with it is enough to save. And it gets you your health back, so you have every incentive to, as often as you can. Bollock's Pit auto-saves after every run, and when you exit the game. So does Palworld, so... There's some games you just don't think about. Another weird side tangent, but... It's a day for yapping, so... Yapping and vibing. $158. $214. Let's see if I can manifest reality again, okay? You ready? Next time I get a card, I'll say a random number. Or I'll start a random number. Unless it's a big card, in which I won't do that. Let's see. $109. Like I said, I'm not going to do that. I feel by now if I only sold duplicates, I would have all of the cards in this set. 325. Yep. Sometimes I can just tell when there are still cards left, but you can't see them. Maybe I should, like... Because I think they have a suggestions thread on this game. Suggest a few things I've been thinking about. Future updates and whatnot. One of them being a quality of life that allows you to see the number of unique cards you have. Because I don't think they have anything like that, and it would make getting that achievement much easier because you would know how close you were. Rather than you just randomly hoping and just randomly opening packs. Or like maybe sort them by pack. Like have a pack sort thing. And have like X amount of cards out of X amount of cards. Like, maybe the standard blue has, like, 50 different cards in the entire rotation. Be like, have a 40 out of 50. Oh, then I need 10 cards out of this set, kind of a thing. I think that would be useful for that achievement. As it stands right now, it's not the worst not knowing. It's just, like, you think you're close, but you don't know if you are, kind of a thing. Just some way of tracking your progress through certain achievements would be really useful and nice. But honestly, if they decided to... I think this is still in beta. To be honest with you. I think... Check real quick. Is this beta? Yeah, it's still early access. So, if the game came out in this state, honestly, I wouldn't mind at all. I feel like there's more they can do with it. If they decided to say, screw it, full release, I would not be mad with the end product. I mean, I've put over 100 hours in easily, so I've more than got my money's worth for it. In fact, most of the games I've bought and I've gotten more than my money's worth. $175. We've gotten so many good cards, I don't think I need to manifest another one. What I was going to do is next time I pulled any number, I was going to say that it was, like, if I drew a $40 card, I was going to say start to say 400, because then magically I would draw a $400 card soon after. I was going to see if that would work again. But nah, we've been getting decent pulls, so I don't need to do that. I might actually clip that, believe it or not. 180. We're working our way up. In terms of profit. A nice juicy buffer to start with for the next box. $270. Ooh, 319. Another Ghost Rare God Pack. 411. 446. 498. 434. 446. 311. For a 2K God Pack. Well, $2,868 God Pack, I mean. I think that puts us at more than paid for the entire next set. Yep, 7,072. So we've more than paid for the next box. Wow. The final box of the first set was clutch. Without that God Pack, we would have not had enough to purchase the next set of boxes. Awesome. Go ahead and minus the 6,400 from it. Yep, we're automatically at $672 of profit for this set of pulls. So this entire 10 boxes will be nothing but profit. Yep. That is true. The rares weren't even the low tier, they were mid tier, 500s and stuff. Most ghost rares are in the 500s. There are quite a few exceptions, but generally they're around the 500s. Yeah. So far, these cards have been kinda dead. Second set is usually better than the first. But it hasn't been that way for the last 2 times, 2 or 3. The second set has been the one that let us down. I'll tell you one thing. A random tangent again, back on Power World. The day it releases, I'm going to be playing it on stream. I'm probably going to play it multiple days on stream in a row. Because it's kind of the ground floor. 106. I've been really looking forward to it ever since it was announced. I just keep thinking about it. Well, unless it's a Monday, yeah. Mondays are the only days that I don't change unless literally something happens on that day where I can't stream. That's the only time Mondays change. $282. $250. And here's the thing about, the beautiful thing about it, to be honest, is usually we have a small chunk of stream left after I open the last pack of cards. If I can't open shop, then it's like, well, what do we usually do? I just set up shop or whatever, right? Well, I've already set up shop, so... And I always set up shop during Saturdays or Sundays. Sometimes even Fridays. Just to make extra sure. I probably set up shop like 6 times without realizing it. But that small chunk of time can still be dedicated after, like, if we don't have enough time to open more boxes. Or the boxes are so bad that we don't want to open any more of them past the 20. I can just jump on Power World then too. It really won't matter. You know what I mean? So even if it does happen on a Monday, I can still start it without affecting our card shop. Or say screw it and do an extra long stream. $113. But I would definitely talk about it beforehand, so. The only thing I hope they don't do is shadow drop it. And what that means is, like, post the day it comes out randomly out of the blue. Be like, hey, it's out now. It's like, wait, what? I mean, it would be cool, but throw all of my plans out of whack if they did that. Wouldn't mind it, but it would be like last second changes to everything kind of a situation. And I doubt they would. They're usually very transparent with what they're doing. So. It is what it is. $153. I actually haven't played Power World in a hot minute. At least a few weeks. I have been doing daily peak runs. At least one a day. Except for on the weekends. Usually I don't do them on the weekends. I've gotten to the final climb a few times. The kiln, I think it's called. I almost made it one time. Then the game like literally pushed me off a ledge that I should have been that I could stand on. But I guess like I was too close to a wall and the game's hitbox kind of clipped me off of it or something, and I fell to my death. And I was really annoyed by that. It was clear I had every shot to win. And the game just said no. The cards are asleep. Yeah, true. And hey, it's all profit anyways, so... $1,481. Nice. Oh, this is a god pack. 2,025. 1,507. 1,313. 2,024. 1,220. 1,030. A nice 10k god pack. Wow. Second set has officially more than cleared the first set with that alone. Or, no. I'm mistaken. Because the first set gave us $7,000 of profit. Plus the $6,400 for cost, so. A little off, but still really amazing. I like packs like that. That's what makes the game fun. Part of what makes the game fun. Ripping open them packs and seeing those big numbers. $286. For half a second I thought I read that number wrong, so I stumbled over myself a little bit. Funny, sometimes when we egg the cards on, even though we know they can't hear them or hear us, whenever we're like, oh, the cards are asleep, and it does something like that, it's like the game is saying, hey, I'm not asleep, here, now shut up. Because immediately after, it goes quiet for a while. I saw there was still cards left in that one. Yeah. Exactly. 106. Looking at my cards. Let's see. I still think we should continue. Yeah, exactly. I still don't think we have, in terms of volume, enough to keep the shop running. But in card costs, I think we're set to make a pretty nice, juicy profit. Yeah, I know about the Ghost Race too. We got a couple of duplicates. Well, maybe we can open shop. It'll be kind of hard to keep up with the cards, though. That's the only problem. I think we might open shop for a day. Yeah, that's why I said, even if I have duplicates and stuff, they are going to sell very, very quickly. And I don't think I have a volume enough of cards to keep up with how fast cards sell, usually. $294. Ooh, 5,903. I was so hoping that it was a God pack. I was so hoping. But hey, I'll take it, you know? I'm not gonna complain. It just would have been so awesome if it was. In case you missed that number. I'm sure you got it, so there you go. Nice. 18,765. I like that it's 8765. Even though there's a 1 in there, which makes the number bigger, which I like, I still like that it's 8765. 136. 376. That reminds me, yeah, I'll save anyways. Even though I'm going to save before I go on break. I will save right now, too. After this handful of cards. I'm not going on break just yet. But got some nice cards. So, I'll go ahead and save. Then I'll save again when I go on break. Regardless of if I get anything else or not. No, it's kind of crazy that this shop is actually doing better than this one, in a sense. Just the sheer volume of cards I open on the other account means that I'm gonna hit level 100 before I hit level 100 on this stream one. So, question. Would you like me to do a brief video when I hit 100? About hitting 100 on my off-stream account? Because it is an achievement that I will be able to predict. Or would you rather just wait for 20 years until I eventually hit it on stream? And we can pretend like it's the achievement I got. Ooh, 4,265. Oh, huge God pack. Let's go. Let's go. 4,968. 3,429. 6,614. 6,271. 5,223. 5,179. 35k God pack. Let's go. All new cards, too. Such a shame I'm not going to overwrite my Double or Nothing playthrough because I want these cards. $55,000 profit. That is crazy. And we still got more boxes to go, everybody. $153. I think I'm gonna wait to open shop until, I'm gonna wait to open shop until after stream tomorrow. Or, not stream tomorrow, stream next time. Like, at the end of stream next time, I mean. Words hard English. Brain function no good. Yeah, kind of. I'm very taken off guard, very surprised. Today has been incredibly massive for profits. And it's not like it's been very bad for a long stretch of time and then finally something good. It's been very consistently good with small pockets of, like, calm. Today. It's been consistently solid. Which is even more surprising. $133. So remember what I said when I said the first set, or the second set is usually better than the first set? Not even a question. It's actually been one of the best sets in a long while. I don't know if it's the best set I've ever gotten, but it's certainly... I don't know if that's true or not. I really should write down the records, but... it's definitely a contender for sure. 157. Which record do you think it broke? Overall profit? Because I think we've had a better God pack on stream. Okay, so it was the profit. Okay. Well, there you go. New profit record. Once I finish this box, we'll only have 5 boxes left for the last bit of the stream. Very, 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 very good day. Alright. I am definitely going to save again. And this will take us into our last break of the stream. Thank you so much for sticking around. And I hope to see you after the break. I'll be back fairly shortly. And I will see you soon. In the meantime, take a look at my pretty shop. See you soon. Okie dokie, I am back. Real quick, I want to do one thing. kind of wanted to take a photo of my new shop, or the shop as is, for updated screenshots, but I don't know where I would take the photo. Anyways, I'm back. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed your break. Let's get back to it. I'll figure out a thumbnail after stream. $104, $106, $150, $136, $214, $133, $122. Nice little god pack. Nice $968 god pack. Oh, sorry. Do you need me to go back over any numbers, or did you get them all? My bad. And a nice demigod pack. Even though I'm not going to sell any of those cards. Yeah, I know. 9 times out of 10, though, I do it. I'm trying to figure out how to word this without trying to be rude, because I'm not trying to be rude. I don't want anything to say be misconstrued or anything like that, or misunderstood. Most of the time, I do it at the right speed. This time, I was just a little too fast. I guess is the best way to say it. Usually I'm on the ball, though, is what I was getting at. I've popped my neck in a while. Felt good. 102. Very much so. Very, very much so. And I am very appreciative of this. Because that means my shop gets way more profits. And next time I stream this, after we open the set of 20, I'm going to open up shop, and then after stream, I'm going to be buying a bunch of merchandise. New merchandise. Because I'm going to have a lot of money. Oh, wow. I was off by 2 packs. 172. Yeah. It'll probably be just like the rest of the toy merch section will get completed. That's kind of the goal, though. Is to have literally everything purchased, unlocked, and available to sell. Because I think technically I can purchase and set up everything. As of right this minute. But I don't think I have the money for it yet. Some of the stuff is expensive to buy. Along with, of course, I'm going to be purchasing the backroom upgrade the second I can. So, yeah. I really think, in terms of evolution, my shop is reaching its final form, where pretty much everything will be set until new things come out. Like, more shells, better shells, things like that. So, it'll reach the final form, I think, here soon. Especially if I keep getting money like this. From there, it's just leveling up and living the shopkeeper life. Oh yeah, of course. If you actually look at this, there's a roadmap over here. Organized tournament, random events may occur, a difficulty mode, which is interesting. I want to see what that's about. More shop product types, more shelf and table types, more TCG types, and finally, the playable TCG. So they have a roadmap. So I know they're going to be adding more, and there's also going to be updates along the way. Because their last update was about the graded cards. So, and they added a bunch of new stuff, like new shelving types along the way beforehand, so, you know. It's just like, oh, players really want this, so we'll go ahead and add it, kind of a thing. 214. 347. So, yeah. There'll be all kinds of new stuff being added along the way. I wonder if in their roadmap they'll officially think the game is out of early access or open beta or whatever they want to call it, and be fully released when the TCG is actually playable. Or if that's just like one of the many roadmaps on their way to completing the game. Don't know. 294. We'll just have to find out, wait and see. Okay, we still have 3 boxes. About to say, are we on our last box? But no, we are not. Which is fine. $294. $1,268. At the end of this box, yep. We have 2 more boxes. I'll save real quick. Almost $60,000 of profit. Wow. That is absolutely crazy. $144. $1,938. $136. $7,888. Holy shit. We're about to hit $70,000 of pure profit. That is mind-blowing. This is without a doubt the single best day of profits Like, I wasn't... Back when you first said 50K was the record, I'm like, I could have swore it was a little bit more than that. But without a doubt, this has broken that record for sure. There's no doubt in my mind. $70,000 of profits. Holy shit. And that's base profits, too. That's not even with the 10% markup on each of the cards. Last box of the stream. Here we go. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. What I actually might do is switch to Mio after this and try to beat the boss. 'Cause I know that's going to take me quite a few attempts. And then maybe, like, I'll do a video after showing that I beat the boss on stream, but not during the stream of Mio. And just show that run. 286. Just so I don't have to bash my face against the boss on stream in case it takes longer. Get a few solid attempts in. First, I want to, of course, finish off this last box. I would switch to Bollock's Pit, but I don't know how long the new content is total for it. So I want to have a decent size chunk of stream to that. Maybe just do some runs on the harder difficulties and stuff. We're so close. We're at $69,717 of profit. Just need 300 more and we make this the 70K mark. I mean, with the 10% markup, we easily clear that, but I'm talking base profits. But let me just say this to be perfectly clear. If we don't get it, I do not care in the slightest. I am beyond ecstatic about the profits we've made today. $230. What is our end profit? I know we're so just shy of it. $53 more. Damn. Oh well. That's painful in the sense that we came so close, but I am beyond ecstatic with what we got, so yeah. $69,947. Absolute insanity. This is where I'm going to end the YouTube video, but the stream will continue. I am switching games. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you like what you see, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Ring that notification bell to be notified when I go post my next YouTube video. If you want to catch this game or any other game I might have played, go on over to youtube.com/onedamngamer. Sorry, I completely screwed that up. Thanks everyone for watching. I did save twice, but I'll save again. Thanks everyone for watching. If you want to catch me live, come on over to twitch.tv/onedamngamer. I meant to say. And yeah, I will see you all tomorrow for Bollock's Pit, the Regal update. See you then. Bye-bye.